Alright, new upload. Even though it's been like a week, let's do a Houston special. You know, I'm out here alone. Everyone's inside, like always, you know. And honestly, I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna talk about. I am banged out my mind. If y'all listened to the last episode, I'm so sorry I exposed myself. I am not a torta pounder. I'm not. You know? Like, I don't mind if she's plus size. I really don't. But like, when she's like 480, when I talk about fucking her getting hauled by an 18-wheeler, like, no, that's not me, bro. It really ain't. You know? Like, if she has that little tummy, dude, oh my, I fuck with that, you know? But yet again, who am I to judge somebody else's physique when I'm fat as hell, you know? Whatever comes my way, comes my way. Hey, I ain't forcing none. Let's see. I always talk about work, so let's talk about work. I took some time off of work to come to Houston. I've been liking this trip a whole lot more. I really have. But like every time I start drinking, I start remembering all the bad stuff that I kind of tuck away in my brain. Cause you know when you're sober, you like I'm able to control my emotions a little bit more. Even though it's not as much, I can still control them. You know, and like, hold on, I need to go to the restroom. All right, this is the third time I'm redoing this. Now Franny's joining me. He's on another side. But yeah, this is gonna be a quicker upload because I really don't have anything to do. It's practically like 3 in the morning right now. Don't mind him. If I get a copyright strike, he's gonna pay for it. So I really don't care. I'm also incredibly hammered out of my mind. So I don't know where these thoughts are gonna take me. You know, I might be the next Prometheus, or I might just sound like fucking Kanye West on Twitter. Who knows? You know. But let's talk about some topics. Let's see. Death. You know, it's something that scares me. Death. The inevitability that everything is going to end scares me. It's insane how much it scares me. Yet I do so much harm to myself wanting to die. It's so weird. It's such a weird relationship. And, you know, I really hope that I live a very long and fulfilling and successful life. You know, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be quote unquote successful. You know, we all measure success excuse me in different measures, in different ways. You know, some people's success means having a family, having a wife and kids with a house. You know, some people measure success on how much money you can stack, and some people measure success in how many things did I do, or you know, how did I live life spending my money. You know, and it's crazy because there's no direct or quote unquote correct answer, which is crazy to me because like the school system, we're always taught this is the correct answer, this is how you get to the correct answer. So when you finally break away from the school system or you graduate, you start implementing the things you learn into your life, and like this is the right way, this is the successful way because I use the logic, knowledge, and reason. That is why, right? But that formula doesn't work for everyone, right? Because if it worked for everyone would go to college, everyone would have a fucking master's degree and have a white collar job. But that's not always necessarily the case. You know, like me personally, I dropped out of college, right? I really wish I stayed in college. I can still go back, but like I said, college isn't for me. I can do the book work. I can do the work. It's not necessarily hard, but it is challenging because I burn out. Because it's something that I personally don't like. When you do something you don't like for a continuous, consecutive time, you start to feel burnout, right? Which is crazy because I don't know if I've talked about this in this channel before. I think I have, but I remember seeing a TikTok comment, right? Because it was like an Ask Me Anything TikTok, and one of the top comments was, "How do you avoid burnout?" Right? I didn't even see the response, but I know the response. The way you avoid your like burning out is doing something you enjoy or love, right? And I used to always seek for a purpose, right? Like for example, right, in school I was always taught, okay, your purpose is job wise. It's like, what is your job? Your job is your purpose. But that isn't always necessarily the case. Your purpose can be being the best version of yourself, or being the best person you can be, being the best friend you can be to other people, being that shoulder that people can rely and lean on. That can be your purpose. It doesn't necessarily have to mean employment. Not to say, oh, you have to hate your job, you have to work a 9 to 5 that you fucking absolutely hate. No, right? But find something that's enjoyable, you know? Find something that you don't find boring. Find something that makes you feel that sense of, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I can do that, you know? For example, me being a bodyman, I don't like it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I'm in the middle, right? But anytime I see a 18-wheeler, I see a trailer, or a fucking normal 2-axle truck, I'm like, yeah, I can fix that. Yeah, I can take that headlight off. I can change the whole hood, you know? And that's like giving me a different perspective in life, you know? And it's very crazy how no matter where you are, your perspective changes in the point you are at. You can think something 5 years from now, you can think about something else when you're 5 years back, but your perspective always changes. You are always changing, you're always evolving, and that shows growth. As long as you show growth, that means you're progressing in life, and you shouldn't feel bad. Everyone has a different speed, right? Everyone says this life isn't a race, it's a marathon, which is true. I have to work 60 years in my life, hurting my back, hurting my legs, hurting my body. And I don't want that for myself. My dad doesn't want, nobody wants that for myself except for the rich corporate greed people, my higher ups. Because, one job that I finished, that's my entire year's salary, And the rest, they're pocketing. So it's very crazy to think that maybe in the next 5 years, I'm not a body man. I'm not. I'm probably working at some fucking office. Who knows? But only time will tell, and that is the beauty of nature, the beauty of life, and living it and fulfilling it. You can't keep living your life in the past, and that's a hard thing. It's an easy thing to say, but a hard thing to do, different topic. Let's see. I don't know any shit about the stock market. What's another topic I could talk about, Chris?
What's this podcast for?
For my friend Danny. He likes me to just start talking about random shit.
What have you talked about so far?
Just work. But I don't like making it too personal. Fuck. What else can I talk about? Bro, don't spend your money on stupid shit, bro. I spent like $3,000. I already talked about this in the last video. Fuck.
Alright, talk about ranking your favorite beasts in order.
My favorite beast? So
not,
my favorite...
Not including the one in your pants right now.
So, my favorite beast has to be the original. I don't know why. There's just something about that sweet taste that reminds me of the original monster.
Don't you like the white monster though?
I do like the white monster one.
More?
I like the original more, actually.
I do too. I'm a basic bitch.
And you see, there's nothing wrong with being a basic bitch. Right? When something's popular, it's for a reason.
See, let's talk about that.
Right?
Choosing the basic option.
choosing the basic option isn't always the bad thing, but I do hate it sometimes. You know? Shit. Oh shit. I'll edit that shit later. But yeah, choosing the basic option always isn't bad. But I do hate the new push on the whole matcha trend. I think it's stupid. I don't know where it came out of. I don't know how much money big matcha has invested in getting people addicted to matcha, because I remember seeing a TikTok about it. Hey, I saw it on TikTok, so that means it's true. I remember seeing a TikTok about how people who like make matcha or like do post matcha videos, they put too much matcha. And you're like, oh, why is that a bad thing? They get you hooked on how much caffeine. Once you get hooked, right, you build a tolerance how much caffeine you're getting, so you're always gonna want more and more and more. And you just be harming your body, you know. So I thought that was pretty funny. I don't know if it's true, but I haven't had matcha. Matcha doesn't even look good. It just looks like liquid grass. It doesn't look appetizing. Doesn't look good. Like, I'd much rather have just a fucking glass of horchata. Like, honestly, like, just give me that. That has enough sugar to just get me pumped up. Or just give me a basic Monster energy drink. I don't need caffeine, bro. Caffeine makes me shit too much, bro.
Are you lactose?
I'm not lactose, but just caffeine makes my stomach hurt. Like, I can drink milk and shit, but specifically coffee. Like, anytime I get
that's a thing, you know. I mean, I know like 90% of people put they're just drinking milk, not actual coffee, you know.
Yeah, like when I get hot vanilla lattes at Starbucks sometimes, like that shit always gives me chorro. It always gives me diarrhea. It always upsets my stomach. But like I'm not gonna get a fucking strawberry acai Trenta with light ice and 2 more scoops of strawberries when it's like 40 degrees outside and I'm working. I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, ice cream cone when it's cold gets
I get sick when I do that.
How? Like cold?
Yeah.
You're just not built different like me.
I'm not, dude. I'm a bitch. You see me? I didn't get on any rides at the rodeo. Bro, fuck the rodeo. I thought the rodeo was gonna be crazy. I thought it was gonna be different. But it's literally just the LA County Fair, the OC Fair, whatever fair. If there's a fair near you, seasonal, it's literally just that. And if they explained that to me, I wouldn't have gone. Like that shit.
Also think about it. We went literally like at closing.
Well, honestly, I went there. Bro, Mary, you want to say hi to the YouTube video?
He's recording a
Bro,
podcast.
say hi to Danny. Say hi, Danny, and Danny's friend.
Hi, Danny and Danny's friend. All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go, but I'll see you tomorrow.
What? You're not staying?
No, I gotta be up.
Oh, okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Even today.
Or,
Bye, guys.
bro, you're gonna be fucking smart. Go drive your truck, bro. Go drive your 18-wheeler. I hate driving those things that way. But yeah, the rodeo was stupid.
We also went like at closing.
But even if we went earlier, it's still a thing I've already experienced.
You worked it, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess so.
It's still a thing I've already experienced. I thought it was a
I
good
grew up not
experience.
doing anything in my life, so
Well,
going to the rodeo is a recent thing for me.
Okay, that's nice. But like, for me, I don't really care what I'm doing. It's who I'm with. So that's why, like, when I was there, I'm like, wait, I know this shit. I still wasn't like down. I was still like, fuck it, let's go fucking walk around. Let's just do shit. Like, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not fucking Jared, bro. You know.
Alright, so back to the original topic is choosing the basic option.
Yeah, choosing the basic option. Like I said, I went on that fucking tangent about matcha, but it isn't always the wrong option because it's popular for a reason, because the majority likes it. You know, if there's anything I learned in business class is that you have to broaden your audience. The bigger your audience is, the better, right? Because the more people you can reel in, right? Because you can have a niche target demographic and you'll have more people. But if you have a broader audience, you can reach to more people and have that potential to be a bigger brand and shit. So I understand why the basic option is always the popular option, because it's what literally 80-70% of the population would like, right? It's the safe option. Who doesn't like being safe? Shit, not me. Shit, man.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just boring, you know? Like, life is so
Yeah.
short. It's like, okay, there's understandable stuff like allergies, stuff like that. You just don't like this, you know, taste.
Bro.
But it's like, sometimes you just gotta live a little, you know? Try something.
Allergies are stupid unless you actually like need like an EpiPen or some
No,
shit.
that's what I'm talking about, like, allergic. Not,
like if you're allergic to something and you need like a shot or something to
no,
actually
that's what, like,
save
you know, like, you eat a shrimp and your fucking throat will blow up.
Yeah,
you know? That's what I'm talking
exactly.
about. Like, that's
like
understandable.
I
but,
understand, but if like compared to like what like I've lived through this. My mom, she's allergic to cats, and we still get cats. She used to sneeze all the time. She built a tolerance for it, and now she doesn't sneeze
Yeah, I
anymore.
mean, and there's stuff, I forgot what it's called, but I mean, you can take, like, pills for that.
Exactly. So like, unless you're actually gonna die from allergies, bro, don't blame that shit, bro. Bro, just build a tolerance for that shit. Shit, that's what I'm doing with gluten, bro. Fuck, I'm allergic to gluten, but I still eat that shit. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna live no gluten-free life like that. I'm a fat fella. I ain't gonna do that shit. Did everyone else go to bed?
I don't fucking know. Like, I mean, this Mary didn't see Franny walk inside, even though he went inside.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright. Bro, Jordan saved Daniel. Neil was sitting on his lap and shit. When we were outside, it was just me, Jordan, and Daniel outside, and then Mia came outside. But yeah, this trip has been eventful. I will say that. I wasn't expecting to come, cause let's go back to the topic of work. You know, y'all love when I talk about my job, right? So there was this monster trailer that's been there for like 4 or 5 months, and we never touched it. They just parked it outside, right? We started working on it 4 weeks ago, right? And they were like, George, you have to finish it. You have to finish it. I ain't finishing shit, bitch. I already asked for the days off. Fuck, this alcohol is hitting me hard. I haven't even finished this last beast. I need to finish this beast and sober up quick. Cause, oh my god, I don't want to throw up. But yeah, let's just say, long story short, I'm here. I'm blessed. It's only been 7 minutes. I feel like I've been talking here for at least 2 hours. Oh my god, I'm not posting this shit.